Hello everyone, welcome to Somnium Space metaverse. This time you can see me with this cool new avatar that I got as a gift from Andy Roots, Roots Studio. You can see that it's one of the metaverse travels. I love it so much. I hope you do as well. It's a double for the cool in the night. So because currently we are having sort of like sunset, so we will not be able to see it during the night probably. But yeah, take my word for it. It's even cooler than this one. And yes, if you understand what are the dynamic bones, I can see this cool thing on top of the head there as well. Making all the wiggles and jiggles and so on. So pretty cool. But here we are. Exploring Somnium Space metaverse with Serdian over there as my co-host.
Yeah,
Hi,
hi.
Serdian. And
We're back home in Somnium.
yeah, and yeah, this time last week we were doing just the web experience, so it was quite basic. And now we are back in the main game or in the main world, whatever you like the most. And if you remember our first episodes, or if you were in the world before, then you must be quite surprised by this tree for the first, and you will be surprised with other things as well, because well, look at that level of detail and customization.
Very high.
Yeah, it wasn't possible before. And well, what's that? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
There's even a view
treehouse.
spot there.
Yeah.
Can you go up or no?
Yeah, I could if I would be in VR, but I
Mm-hmm,
can't
mm-hmm,
right now, unfortunately, because yeah, just only for VR people I would be able to climb that. So no, but you can also see how the tree is moving. Yeah, so it's not static,
mm-hmm.
just like a little bit. It's moving, and all of that is actually possible thanks to Somnium Space implementing new builder SDK, where you can actually build the assets outside of Somnium, like in Blender or other tool, and import them in the builder, place them there, and yeah, create these stones and trees and
Yeah, they are very highly detailed. I just wanted to note that when we were going through the other worlds, we were noting the level of detail, but this is now really beyond with the lighting and like the small details and the materials. This is you can finally, like, the central end had best options, but you can finally now with this escape that cartoonish feel. If you want it, you could actually have it if you make it right, but then you can explore a lot more options.
yeah, exactly. Like if you are into the cartoonish sort of things, yeah, you can do it here as well. But if you are into the photorealism and you want to have a floor,
Yeah, you
it
have more options,
yeah, the floor that
and the
reflects the
details
light like
here.
this.
Yeah, and the whole glass with the panels, it's like the thin lines, you can feel the third dimension. It's not broken in any way, like we saw in like the web browser and the other world. There's a lot more detail here, even the shadows. You can play around with a lot more stuff here.
Yeah, the shadows are awesome. Yeah, can you
Yeah,
see?
and you were telling me just before that there was rains and thunderstorms, so maybe they heard us talking, but now people finally have the need to put on windows for their buildings.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's quite
maybe,
cool.
maybe. But actually, Djembe, it's the guy you can see here. This is actually a
Mm-hmm.
portrait of Djembe, but not his directly, but of his avatar. So he
Mm-hmm.
has avatar that's built like similar to Djembe, but it's stylized, of course, or not of course, it is stylized. And then Victor, which is one artist, he has a gallery here in Somnium Space as well, made the portrait of the avatar. So the Djembe's avatar was like posing for this guy to take like pictures, and then draw it in like it's actually a physical drawing that's photographed. You know, so there's so many layers.
Yeah, it's a guy from the metaverse, from the real world.
Yeah.
The whole inspiration comes from the metaverse, and I like that he actually put his portrait of his avatar. That because, as you said, it has more layers to it than. Well, even the doors work amazingly here.
Yeah, I think that the doors are actually the basic ones. They were there even before, but now they look much cooler with all of the other things working on as well. Yeah, and yeah, do you want anything? We have a lot of different booths over here.
I was about to say you are on the wrong side of the bar.
Yeah, I'm on the best side of the bar, as you can see it here. Yeah.
It would be nice to see, like we saw, there are interactions in CryptoVoxels, I think, a lot with the environment. So it would be nice in this bar to be able to add different animations with the avatars.
Yeah,
But this
yeah, for
space is
sure.
really cool. The lighting is better than anything we've seen up so far.
Yeah, and I think like particularly if you look at this floor, because the floor looks like this because of the Builder SDK. It wasn't possible before. Well, as everyone says, it's because of the normal maps. Well, something, I don't know. You guys probably know it better than me. And yeah, so you get to create this effect where it looks amazing. It reflects the light very realistically.
Can we go around the building?
Yeah, let's do it.
From the outside?
Yeah. This is actually.
I want to check how the light goes on the windows from the outside.
Yeah, so this is just concrete part of the building.
Yeah, it's really nice. You can still see the inside. There's like a really nice feel to it. And with the trees and the foliage around, it looks way more detailed.
Yeah, and also like the bonus in this is that as you remember, you need to optimize the build. And Somnium uses credits for that, so you can't create too many complicated things, so it wouldn't work smoothly, because it's the main concern and focus to make it smooth for everyone that has like recommended specs of the computer. And here you would think that like importing all these like cool things. Also, we haven't actually checked the furniture over there, which is actually awesome because you can see it here. Yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah, it looks it's like the basic sofa, but it's using custom textures and some other optimizations, and it looks just amazing. So normally you would think that it would cost like so much, but actually one of these costs just 5 credits, which is like a GIF picture. Yeah, so it's not much. I think this is. I don't know if it's M parcel and it's 450. If it's XL, it's 850 credits. And actually, by combining or just by using the SDK, you are able to join different meshes together and make it much more optimized for graphic cards to render. So then you can actually create more with less credits, and it's much more detailed, and it actually works better for everyone. So yeah, this is a huge step, and yeah, imagine that this is how the Somnium buildings will look like. So it's not going to be like, I don't know, like this, but it's going to be like
Yeah, I
this.
wanted to say all the buildings that we saw on the web, they were huge and like a very with huge walls and columns and everything like the ones we see around. But now you can apply more detail to the like avatar level, so you can make smaller things with more details. And I think buildings are going to become smaller and more like according to avatar size and what they can do inside. But we're going to have much more details on the doors, windows, on the way you move and where you stand. Like even if you interact with other avatars, now you can have tables and chairs as you showed in much more detail. And that I think brings like the whole effect of the atmosphere. So
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
going to move around more detailed stuff and be more immersed.
yeah, and we will have objects that are interactive, like well,
Mm-hmm.
here we could see the tree is moving, so it's animation. But then I can imagine that there could be even like some sort of colliders in the future, where when you
Mm-hmm.
will run, then you will not go through it like now, but
Yeah.
they will actually interact with you, and it might not be big deal in
Mm-hmm.
2D, but if you are actually in the world, and maybe if even some haptics will work in, I don't know, a year or two, there are already some there. So then it's going to be a big deal. Yeah, I would like to actually give a shout out to Ultra here. I didn't know that
Mm-hmm.
he has this build here, but yeah, he's huge. He's doing huge things in the community. So yeah, thumbs up, Ultra.
Nice build. It's a nice half dome and good neighbors. Very detailed neighbors. So good
Yeah.
parcel.
Okay, so I'm going
Yeah.
to look for some other other
Mm-hmm.
builds, and you can take the time where I shut up and you can be talking, you know.
Yeah, I'll just like make a remark on what we saw. So the level of detail on the maps is really amazing, and the lighting gives much more effect to the whole feeling of the building. And I am amazed how they have done these transitions between sunset and daylight and different weather conditions. And a couple of times when we were doing the web show, you said like there's no scenery behind, no mountains and clouds. And I got reminded by this now that I see them. And I think it's a much better experience with the whole scenery. So for me, this is a much better the teleport. I love the teleport.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's actually more in place right now, so that's good because we
Mm-hmm.
need to go for, and well, there are no cars anymore. We have to go for
Okay.
foot, and yeah, a little bit difficult because in 2D there is no map yet. I found it. So this is built.
You're already a local here.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
That's allowed.
Quite interesting. Huge fence for a ballerina. She's quite protected.
Yeah, it was bigger, but like from all sides. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have limitations on the parcel, so you can't. So this was. I
Yeah.
actually saw Blake doing a movie here. Or, he was
Mm-hmm.
shooting like two guys, like one inside behind the like bars, and coming here, and during the night it's super creepy, especially if, like with the sound and no, you look at the ballerina like this one, and yeah, so it's really creepy. So you can do whole
But
movies,
nice to
yeah.
make. Yeah, you can actually make a scene,
Yeah, there are no
and
colliders.
it's built like a scene. The back side contains nothing, and the front side where the cameras are is actually very fancy. It reminds me of the Handmaid's Tale. So
Yeah,
very
yeah.
protected, handmade.
Absolutely.
Also very creepy.
Yeah, let's check out other places. I think it was something close. Oh,
I like this the thing that more and more people are putting dynamic stuff. So like even the ballerina, it's very dynamic. And when you walk around it, actually you notice it and it takes your attention. So it's also good to gather the community around it.
yeah, yeah. So it's maybe for like the future of advertisement when we were mentioning it
Yeah.
before.
I hope not.
Yeah, but well, maybe
But I would
they
like,
will make it interesting, or maybe not.
yeah, could be.
Oh, ah,
I still
here.
hope the community will have their own like ways of expression. So we don't have like a Coca-Cola bottle, but something that the community cares about floating around. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, even the water is really nice now.
Yeah, yeah, the water looks amazing, especially during sunset and sunrise. It's really good. Yeah.
There are gonna be some nice SDK waterfront villas I can see.
Ooh, oh, that was tricky. So far, if I don't get to use this. Ah, yeah, it was this one. Yeah. Yeah, so people were having a lot of fun.
Okay, they built a huge slide.
Yeah. Let me
Very
see
nice.
if I can get up. There was actually a slide even before, but then with the SDK, it's much nicer. Yeah, so the elevator not working for me. Banned, probably. But
Oh, there's even a water
yeah.
splash.
This of course is
It's really
basic,
nice.
but we can take a
But it's
slide.
yeah, nobody would ever really build this, but it's so amazing to see it actually being built in the metaverse.
And it's actually
Kind of
being
a
used.
childish dream come true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's being used. People love it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it's just buggy
okay.
in 2D. In
Mm-hmm.
VR, I think it works fine. Especially in VR, you can climb. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I can't get there. Yeah, just for VR people. You
But
can
very
see,
exciting.
you can see version 2.
Mm-hmm. Without the elevator, but like steps.
Do you think I can
Oh,
jump there? I don't know.
there's,
Probably
can
for
you jump
VR
that
people.
high?
Ah, no, I can't get there. Just for VR people. Yeah, this is like
But it looks
I don't know if it's like on purpose, but definitely if like makes you think about going VR. I don't. I have the headset, but yeah, it's hard for me enough to stream and like do all
mm-hmm.
other things. But in future, when I get a little bit more used to everything, we will definitely do this in VR. I will be able to use gestures and all cool stuff.
But this is really nice. This is actually like an advertisement for a parcel. I like the way you climb up and people take care of where you stand and what you look at. So the scenery is really nice. And you took actually the time to climb up, so it's a good advertisement, even with the snowman.
Yeah.
The water seems really fine. There's much more texture to it now. And there's a lot of stuff being built all over.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's
a
getting
bunch of unfinished buildings, a bunch of new amazing buildings. So it's going on really fast.
yeah, I think it's like now it's especially with the Builder SDK. I think maybe a lot of people are really waiting for that one because it allows you to
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of things, and then actually it's part of the economy because you get to create
Mm-hmm.
assets and sell them to other people. So for like I can build in the builder, but I can't build anything in the Blender or just like one of these tools. So if I would like to level up my building, I would need someone that's able to work with these more complex things. Or maybe I just like the sofa. I just want the better one that I saw there with really nice textures. So I would be able to buy it from Djembe or the bar to my disco or something like that.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I really like this thing. Every time we come here, I get surprised about the advancement they have made, and this time is no exception. So, and the things that people are doing, you can really see that they invest a lot of their time in it. And even though all of these things are still experiments, I would say they are really high level because it's a limited thing, and there are different options for different kind of, if you do VR, if you do web. So there's a lot of stuff to think about. And when you take all of that into account, I still think people are already doing amazing stuff.
Yeah, what do you think about this building? It's from
This one defies every law of physics and everything. So it's a huge glass box and a huge concrete box on top of it. But I'm always happy to see that people try out stuff. Like in our last episode, we were talking about that people would not need builders because a lot of it's really fun to build by yourself for the parcel that you own. So I'm always happy to see what people come up with. It's nice, of course, to have designers and architects, but in metaverse, you can try it out and see the possibilities, and then you can talk with an expert to make exactly the thing that you want. So for me, this is an amazing thing to see.
yeah, I actually like these two levels now where like everyone can use the basic builder. It's like super simple, super intuitive. And
But yeah, it's super limiting when you compare it to the
yeah,
building that we saw today.
yeah. But you get to if you want to try something or to some sort of business or just build something, then you can start with that. And if it's working for you or if you like it, then you can level up either by learning the better tools or just hiring someone.
Yeah, but if I think in the ways that architects do, if the user or the client or whoever it is that owns the parcel can build a shell in the builder and then go with his avatar and see the sizes of the roofs and everything, and it could be kind of a 3D sketch. It's a really nice starting point for a designer to work on it.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point that you can actually fast track the design by showing, okay, I would like something like this. I want to use the space like this, and then the architect can come and give you some pointers about the changes you make. You agree on them, and then you can actually create something that's really cool. That's nice.
Yeah, with SDK, you can go a lot into detail.
Yeah.
So we can start from the huge shell and then go through to the pillows and textures on pillows. So going from detail to
yeah, this building was of Somnium times, as you could see. It's like a newspaper, sort of, for all things Somnium. I actually published some articles there as well. It's pretty cool. So shout out to Mark. We are doing sort of ads, but yeah, there's just sort of perfect, such a great community there. Then when I see some builds of people that I know, it's just hard to not mention them and not give you.
yeah, but it's also interesting. Like the Somnium Times needs to get through to a lot of people, so it's logical for them to use builder for web. But for some other spaces, it will be more logical to use high level detail. So it's gonna be fun to see in the communities how many of those would be like very detailed and designed, and how much of them open their doors only to the web users, apply to like a larger mass. So I think it's going to be very interesting. I think that even like the very detailed, amazing builds are going to have kind of showrooms in the web Somnium.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, like what I was talking about is for maybe people that don't know, the current version of the Builder SDK for these advanced builds that we showed you is currently available just for the desktop client, so either 2D or VR. It's not for web. The main reason is that is the economy part. Not on Somnium part, but on the community. Because if you want to build something and sell it, then of course you want to have the asset protected. Not that you put it on your parcel and everyone can just copy paste it and put it on their parcel. Actually, the Somnium client is reasonably protected. Same, the avatars here are protected, but it's not possible to do it in web because it's like simplified and so on. So I don't know the technical details, but it's just the way it is. Because it's open, so everyone would be able to just copy the build quite simply. So you create the chair. It's an awesome chair. It took you 2 days for a week to create it, and someone just copy paste it onto their parcel. So that's not what you want. So probably in the future, or what I heard Arthur from Somnium to talk about is that they will let you choose if the imported items will be visible in web as well, or if it's going to be just in the client. So you will be able to say, okay, like these things I want to have protected, so they will be just for the VR. But these things, like for example the building and so on, maybe you can make just unprotected, so people in web can enjoy it as well. But the actual detailed assets you might want to keep your for the client as well, and that way you can also motivate people to actually use the full client, where like the colors and everything are much better. Yeah, so here you can actually see the floor. It looks very different without the normal maps. So just texture.
Yeah, it's stretched.
Yeah, as well.
According to the shape. Yeah. But even that, when you consider all the limitations of the web, it's still pretty amazing that people can use what they have and they still make amazing stuff. So the SDK is just gonna upgrade that to the next level. This is really cool. Like, it's very well implemented GIF.
Yeah, I learned about the glitch art recently. So that's a pretty cool example. Yeah, this is one of the Arthur's building actually. Okay, cool. So any final thoughts, ideas, or anyone on Twitch right now that's watching us? I have 4 people here. Nice to have you here. It's cool. Do you have any questions or for anything that you would like to say?
Yep, I'll do my closing part. If somebody wants, you can write. But yeah, I'm really surprised by the improvements that we saw today, and I'm excited for what's gonna happen next. And even in like weekly basis, we see the changes. So even till next Friday, it's still there's a lot of explore, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, oh, look at the water.
Yeah.
The fishes are just GIF, but
Gifts, yeah, I know.
but now you can
I'm
actually create the objects that would be animated. So maybe that's a hint for the future. Yeah, and actually one thing that people that's going to be here, I don't know when, but it's probably not so far away, are these kayaks. So and we will be able to borrow them for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, similar as cars.
Ooh.
So we would be able to explore using these. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So we're actually going to see the builds from the water.
Yeah, might be a really nice view. Okay, so thank you all for watching. If you like it, don't forget to follow the channel so you get all the notification. If you see it later on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a comment so we know what you think, and maybe we can improve, or maybe we can invite you as a guest, or we can just maybe talk about what you had as idea next time. And that's everything. So with that final thought and with the look from the kayaking club to the lake, I have nothing else to say. Just goodbye and see you around in the metaverse.
Bye.